Hey, what's going on, everybody? So in this video, I want to talk about the Miami's 31-30 win over number 18 NC State, my overall takeaways from the game, and maybe some things kind of moving forward that Miami will look to build on. Just an instant reaction. I'm very curious what you guys think of this game. Definitely drop in the comments. I want to read everything that you guys have to say, so definitely do that. It's a big help. Also hit the like button if you can. So basically today, first off, I think it was Miami's best game of the season. They deserve credit for the win. I thought both sides of the ball played well throughout the game. I thought Tyler Van Dyke did a good job of backing up his strong claims throughout the week. And he comes out, has a high completion percentage, throws for 325 yards and 4 touchdowns. I really thought that first touchdown to Charleston Rambo really set the tone for Miami. It felt like a really big touchdown because Miami has really struggled against good teams in the first quarter. Miami's coming off 2 losses in a row. Also, Miami's offense was certainly well aware of what Tyler had to say, and Manny Diaz addressed that in the post-game press conference afterwards and said, look, yes, he was aware of it, the team was aware of it, and Manny Diaz knew that the NC State players were definitely going to be fired up about it. And there was a lot of discussion in pregame warm-ups from the NC State players to Miami about those comments and about all the things they were going to do. And Manny said earlier in the week, he felt like his team, he said, look, it's going to go one of 2 ways. And really, he felt like they were going to embrace what Tyler had to say, and that, they're going to try to do well, and have a big game and back up what Tyler had to say. And also, he did say this team was missing a leader. They were missing their star in De'Ara King. They needed someone to step up as a leader. And definitely, although maybe you didn't expect it to be Tyler because of the position he plays at quarterback, you want that to be your leader, and he backed it up. And I felt like that going into it, just, hey, we'll see how this thing goes. He wanted that smoke, and he delivered, and that's frankly what he did. And it wasn't just that play to Charleston Rambo, it was throughout the game. It was the big catch the big pass late in the game to seal the win to Will Mallory, and that was a key one, and Diaz pointed that out in the sense that NC State was providing a coverage throughout the game where Miami was responding with a lot of check down stuff, and Tyler had the opportunity to go check down on that play, and he didn't. Will was wide open, he threw to him and made the big play. Also, I thought the third quarter, the big pass to Charleston Rambo once again to start off the half. Miami did not have the momentum going into halftime, giving up those big pass plays, but Tyler did well. And yeah, so a lot of positives from how Tyler played, the offense, Charleston Rambo, good to see Will Mallory make some catches. I want to talk a little bit about some big picture stuff. What does this mean for Miami moving forward? I wasn't able to ask Coach Diaz about it afterwards in the post-game press conference. Wasn't able to get my question in, but I'm very curious. Maybe this jump starts the team. I think there's still issues. Obviously, 1 win doesn't correct 4 losses or anything like that. Everybody knows that, but they deserve credit for the win tonight. We give them a lot of criticism for how they've played throughout the rest of the season. They deserve praise for the win. They played well on both sides. They did enough to win. They stayed competitive. They made big plays. They got the win. Manny Diaz got the win. A lot of criticism, rightfully so, for him and for the losses he's piled up in his career, particularly this season, but he got the win tonight. A little bit of Blake James stuff he was asked about in the post-game press conference was, first off, did you even know that Blake was going to do that media rounds yesterday, the day before the game? And Manny said no, and as well, maybe his thoughts on what Blake said and not committing to him past this year in those interviews. And I thought Manny kind of ducked around that question. You could tell he didn't really want to address it, but really just said, control what we can control. And he was certainly very happy with the win, and you could tell that, you understand that. He does deserve to celebrate this win. Once again, we will see how this translates moving forward in sports. Doesn't matter if it's college football or Miami or any other sport. All teams are looking for some sort of turning point in their season. Certainly we don't know if this team is going to turn this win into a turning point and really a launching point for the rest of their season. Really tough game next week against Pittsburgh on the road. Pittsburgh's looked really good, particularly with Kenny Pickett. But Miami just wants to continue to play well, and we'll see how the results go, and we'll certainly will react to the results based on how they do. And we'll just have to wait and see. I know many of you didn't expect Miami to be 2-4. Maybe some of you, and I'm one of those people. I didn't expect them to win tonight based on how they played. So we will see how things go moving forward. Other things I want to note on the defensive side of the ball, I think they gave up some yards and some plays, but really they did a good job on defense, particularly against the run. They've had a hard time tackling, and NC State has a physical offensive line. They've got 2 running backs that like to pound the ball. This wasn't an easy team to go against in terms of how physical they are, and Miami's defense held up pretty good. Obviously, they've given up some big pass plays. Isaiah Dunson certainly in the spotlight there, a guy that doesn't play much, gave up some really big plays. That has to be corrected. And then obviously the fake punt turned into a touchdown on that drive. You can't allow that to happen. Fake punts don't happen very often. They certainly don't always happen, in tight games and tough situations. But you got to be ready for it, and hopefully, if it comes up again, they'll be able to stop it. But overall, just a good performance. I thought the crowd was pretty into it. I was able to kind of take in the crowd and the environment a little bit, part of this game, and kind of hear how the stadium was. And I thought the crowd did a good job. Again, all things considered, coming into the game, a lot of criticism, and like I said, rightfully so. And we'll see. Some other things to watch for. I definitely want to make sure we mention a couple playmakers on offense that I think Miami can really build on moving forward. Charleston Rambo has been pretty good all year, but tonight 9 catches, 127 yards, 2 touchdowns. The 9 catches came on 9 targets. I thought it was great. I thought he did a really good job on not just that first touchdown, but that slant touchdown. For him to be able to make that catch in traffic, I thought he got off the line of scrimmage really well, got to the inside, and really did a good job with his leverage and got the touchdown. And I thought that was great for a guy that's known more for either going deep or even those short out passes. For him to make that tough inside catch, I thought that was good, a good sign for him. Hopefully something to build on moving forward. But I think he's their best receiver. He's been their best receiver pretty much all season long, but I think today really solidified he's their number 1 target. He's the guy they got to feed. He's the guy they got to get involved from the start. And I know Mike Harley was the best receiver last year. He's just not that this year. New team, new season. So the other thing on offense with Jalen Knighton, really good to see him involved in the passing game, the 53-yard touchdown, but also the 6 catches. I thought that was good. I've been talking about Jalen, getting him involved in the passing game. Good to see. I think that helps the offense as well. And just tight end production, touched on Will Mallory. Got a score, Elijah Arroyo. So some things to build on, some positives from this one. We've not said that very often after games. I certainly think there's a lot of positives from this one. Again, just looking at my instant reaction from this one, big picture, certainly they got to win more games. You can't win 4 and 5 games in one night. They've got to build on it. They did the job tonight. They deserve credit for it. Once again, like I said, drop in the comments. Let me know. Let me know what you guys think. I would definitely want to hear what you had to say. But just want to thank everybody for tuning in. Definitely stay locked in on InsideTheU.com for more coverage. Take care and have a good one.